Mm. Hello, everybody. I'm very happy to be here with you today. As announced, my name is Andrei Golub. I'm a co-founder of the Italian startup company called Els Corp, and also a general manager of Italian branch of ICOL Group. So I will show you the story and the vision of these two companies, how we developed the so-called dream. For at least for me, it was always a dream during my career in fashion tech, so-called real-time fashion system approach. Let me start from mhm, from history. When it's ready. This is what usually happens with presentations, right? Okay, so back to 2015, 17. Now you should remember that there were several intelligent people, not only us startuppers and dreamers, but also important executives and just visionary people who were telling that current fashion system is broken. You surely remember. There was a wave of broken, the end of fashion as we know it, etc., etc. That was still many years ago. And then recently, we've lived another wave, another, let's say, broken wave of broken system. That was caused by COVID, which was, we know it was now an emergency, a very complicated situation, especially for the retail sector. But what is important are the outcomes, which anyway push fashion world, the business in, let me say, more correct direction of development. That is better digitalization. So full digitalization, even on the level of B2B, so not only consumers, then sustainable development, of course. For example, here I put the things that we are very close to. So I'm following myself, not directly decreasing the number of samples. So finally, companies are finding their understanding that it's possible to develop collections using less physical samples. Then finally, we experiment virtual showrooms. So the B2B level is also ready for digital experience. And the size of collection, that is very important thing. Reducing size of collection, company thinking more of new formats like capsule, like collaborations and everything in order to be flexible. So the virus has pushed us into the same direction to finding an answer to the broken system. Otherwise, it is broken. Still, what was concretely broken, and this is still our current mainstream solution, is the ready to wear. As it is, well, a bit criticizing the mood, but still these are the facts. We produce much more than we need, so it's overproduction here. We produce at any cost, let's say, of the social and human impact. So we try to produce it as cheaper as possible wherever it happens. Unfortunately, still this is the rule. Then there is a transportation logistics. So we move things around the world, from here to there, everywhere. Then still continue. Maybe this is finally happening less. Continue communicating through unreal standards or unrelated things to most of us. Still the media are pushing these strange invented standards, convincing us that or you are part of the system or you are an outsider. And at the end, most of fashion, unfortunately, is is ending in being sold with discounts or overstock. So really, from beautiful industry, we have made these business machines with only goal to make money. With the main goal, let's say, to make money at every cost. That is not good thing. So we created the company called Els Corp with a claim, a virtual retail company, still in 2014, because we believed, so the founders believed that there is a different way to approach it. Yet before most, let's say, other intelligent people confirmed it is broken. Els Corp is a technological startup, so we're technology. We don't produce, we don't have any materials, like the previous speaker was telling, but we help other companies to adapt digital way, on a different way of thinking, not only digitalization. I will show later. And this company basically, for several years, was exploring this alternative workflow. So from one side, we want to be faster, always faster and faster. Everybody agrees that being faster is what we need. It is good. But how to be faster, still remaining slow. Slow means quality, means time for thinking, time for making beautiful things, correct things, etc. No? So how to be fast but be slow? The only answer is to be digital, no? Because digitalization makes distance shorter and even allows jumping from one previously predefined phase to a different phase. Like here below, very just symbolically represented. The idea is that starting from design and just after the first design and prototyping, we go to distribution on two levels on B2B. So we go still in digital, before sales samples, we go in digital into B2B distribution, and we even experiment to going to B2C for some specific models. From market research of pre-collection to really make to order. Make to order, that is a dream, of course, now of anyone who is in sustainable fashion, but it's very complicated. So the idea is there, start as soon as possible communicating with the market, B2B and B2C, in a digital way. Don't wait, don't produce all this stuff, don't move things all around the world, but try to ask the market, is it really what you need, or it can be fixed somehow. And ideally, for the future, things can be maybe made after we are sure, or well, one by one if it's made to order, or really just small batches. After we verify that there is a real demand, so we produce as less as we can at the time, up to single piece. But normally it's small batch, and ship it. That's the vision now that we call virtual retail as a system to interact with the market for the fashion system. And basically then to understand, to make it clear now what technically what is there behind in these 6 elements. It's integration from design systems, CAD systems, PDM systems, goes in the cloud. Then virtual sampling is how to make things, how to make sampling pure digital and photorealistic. Then this is a way to test it out with the market, so B2B or B2C, so-called 3D configurators, or there could be a different way, just an interactive catalog, but what we say, it is digital. It's mostly digital catalog. It's not physical. Then specific tools, sure we need, and also the previous speakers were telling, and other people will talk a lot about the biometrics, measuring the body, the feet, the head, whatever it is. We want to understand how people's body is made, Otherwise, there is no way to make it predictive, and so more intelligent. Then, in our vision, and we have made, I will show you some very interesting discovery, let me say, because really we believe to get to some unique results about AI-driven design, how AI and data can be easily used in the design workflows. And finally, again, as a previous speaker were telling, we need intelligent manufacturing, so Industry 4.0, which is able to produce those highly adaptable combinations, also smaller collections, or like mass customized products, or products that can be produced in different ways, up to single consumer, single product, personalized, but ideally in small batches. You need intelligent manufacturing being able to do it. So now concretely, let me show you on the facts. Now that was the vision, the ideas, and now let me show you on the facts that my company, so Els Corp, since 2014, as I told, and recently this ICO Group, which is a bigger company but still considered quite a startup, honestly, by the spirit at least. It's an international company, European international company. We joined forces together almost a year ago, and let me show you how at 360 degrees we propose an already working and already implemented solution of a full digital transformation for specific niche of the market is footwear. Now we are specialists in footwear, as you see from my pictures actually. Well, so first of all, what is this new real-time fashion system? Which are the elements? We believe that now the main concept are real time. So really, real time is the only way to go quicker than fast. Fast is quick, but not enough, especially when we say we want an intelligent fast. So real time is super intelligent fast. Then we need supply chains with a full transparency for interaction, for full knowledge, for full traceability, We go direct to consumer, that's for sure. No, even starting from the far level from B2B, but we already need to know who are our consumers. No, it doesn't exist anymore just wholesale to somebody. There is no somebody on the market. Every human must be counted and understood, and this is the only way how fashion can become more intelligent. Then the central place for artificial intelligence, so for data algorithms that will help throughout the whole chain, and digital design, of course. Now, in order to apply these elements, um, you need a collection to be in digital. No, otherwise it's only words. So going one by one. Design. Look, we were experimenting, and many other companies sure are working on, but we made it. Let me say a combination of using neural networks and other AI algorithms and approaches to enable designers to work from sketches to uh, pre-generated models, not just with parameters. So like we formalized the concepts of style of a company, style of a specific style of a trend, whatever it is. And just from the sketch, you can already see how it would look like in a specific style. Then we've implemented some very useful from the feedback on the market approach of analysis of similarity. Now, think of how interesting it is to know who is inspired by whom. Somebody is inventing new designs, somebody is just copying, adapting. And AI today is perfectly able to understand who is the root and who is the follower. So, well, apart from this, which is just an interesting fact, AI is so deep, so really able to understand the DNA of a designer, of a company, of a specific collection, etc., etc., and then many other scenarios. So let me say that today, in 2021, AI is really so deep, so it can be very helpful and quite easily useful during the design workflows. Then, things are digital. Think of now this clog model. Uh, it can be digital, no, and interactive. Um, Rendering in this case, now that we call it virtual sampling, can be useful to unlock new, to help to, let's say, improve the creativity. Now, so you don't need to see it. Well, if one can see it in the head, it's very, very, very nice. Now, but for companies, for those who make collections, often, especially if we talk now every 2-3 weeks, new collections, etc., etc. Maybe technology can help. No, so in this case, this video was showing when there is a base model, there are some possible color combinations which already pre-rated by designers, and then we play them together and visualize, and then a group of designers will decide which one they like. Now we call this creative exploration. So it's good to have a ready vision, but maybe you can just see it, from it's not random, it's already pre-elaborated, and then the designer says just okay, combination number 25, number 75, let's dig deeper on it. Then the retail. This was basically a main business idea of Els Corp since the very beginning. Now it's a store, a boutique we prefer to call boutique without stock. No, so no boxes, no sizes, articles already pre-made, but the kind of merchandising. You see models that you can interact with them, try them physically, no, even to try on. But then the full catalog of products is in digital. No, you can hold in your hand a simple model, or on the contrary, a bestseller, and then see that it exists in different other color combinations and a different made around different shoe lasts, and also have different characteristics, the accessories, colors, materials, etc., etc. This model had quite success. Now we implemented a lot of projects with retailers, with brands, with emerging designers, with just producers with the name which wanted to produce just on demand, for example. And this is somebody that never seen how to configure a product in 3D. You have every component, you can select it. You have the options. You can select material color, and then the system will generate an order. Now, in our case, the order is ready for production. It goes to factory. Now, so this single piece can be produced where it's applicable, of course. This maybe let me skip. Then, second, Now it's already thanks to our partner ICO Group, digital B2B. So B2B was probably the last part of fashion system that went digital, and during this difficult period of pandemic and closure, of the fairs, not trade shows. A lot of companies went to digital, and there are some platforms, that did this job well. There are some others that did it much better than the others. Now, in our case, we were working on a specific platform for footwear, which incorporates all characteristics up to market research, integration with partners, whatever it can be done to give the same flexibility to B2B, now part of the supply chain that it already have on the B2C, with the consumers, like I previously shows. So digital models start from B2B yet. No, they are not yet not made anymore for retail only to sell. They are made to design, and they are ready for B2B. Then next, here the AI, like already pre and now pre. I will explain it, not the scenario, but here it's only to make it clear that AI can be applied to both to retail and to design very well. For example, one of the application that for me it's a real game changer. Now that we were able to elaborate visuals of a product, plus we have a very deep database of design structure of the products for shoes. Now we know almost every model of any company. We can map it to some technical package. Now we know how it would be made, which are the components it has to be made, and this also we can map visual characteristics to the design characteristics, and at the end we develop a kind of universal ontology. So we can map any product to a specific class of product type, product category, product model, submodel. Now it will be unique. Now the AI system can do it regardless of the classification of trends that every company has now different, and especially in retail they do it very different. So AI on the retail level now is also very powerful because it can combine visual characteristics, trends, and design information. I'm almost finishing. Let me skip here. So here there's another part that where we work together with our important partner, ICO Group, is Robotized, smart robo factories, Robotized production, which is based on AI in digital twins. So my startup helped in developing a system where digital models then become further digital twins. And also think of that, we start on the design, then we push it to B2B, then we bring digital models to retail. But at the end, the same digital models enriched with data, they come up to production. They can configure automatically, in a robotic factory. So every single product through its digital twin brings its own specific technological process and the characteristics. Now what has to be produced ideally, but in the near future, those factories really receive an order together with the twin. That's an order. Produce it and then wait for another order. They can do it single piece by one by one, and even more. Since this technology is very complicated, ICO Group is one of really few companies in the world who understood that selling technology to others is a quite a difficult way, but it's possible to build services. So ICO Group is now building in Europe dedicated B2B factories. Those are super modern, where there is a modern technology. There are those robots, mobile robots and everything automated warehouse, etc. And it can work for other companies. Now we already test this model, where some brands which are in theory even competitors, but work together and use the same supplier because it's much more efficient, this work. So very cool concept for the future that comes together with this automation is servitization. There will appear more services to help companies being more competitive and more agile on the market. And finally, this is what I started previously, just I'll conclude. At the end, in our case, we developed the systems based on AI to inspect the quality of product. Now think of every specific shoe when it's made on those factories connected to our system. they receive this digital twin. It's the same digital twin, as I said, that comes from design, then passed through B2B, goes to retail, then gets to the factory for production, incorporates all the data of production, and at the end, it is used by AI agent applications to analyze the quality of the product. Now, so we can understand the defects of production and can even understand who is the root of those defects. Now, where is the problem, which equipment or whatever is that is normally never happens honestly with a robotic factory, but still it is the sense. Now, if there is some bug in production, we will decode it and understand what is the root. This is let's say my story, the vision, and also a demonstration on real facts. How smaller companies but very innovative were able in specific niche of the market to implement a real time. Again, for me, real time is that way which is faster than fast fashion, but not so damaging. No, it can be very intelligent, sustainable, technological, so smart. That's my story. How do you see it?
Okay. Okay. So thank you very much, Andre. And I invite you to join us in the arena so you can visit the stands and meet people there. So you
Great,
will use another link
great.
and we can meet in the arena later.
Sure. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Thank
Good
you
luck.
too.